Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video. I have quite a few items here. I have some items from e.l.f., Nars, Hourglass, and some other goodies as well. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. Before we get started, I do want to tell you that I am still a bit hoarse. So I'm sorry if it's hard for you guys to understand me, or if it sounds like I'm straining, but unfortunately this is what I'm working with. And I didn't want to not do any videos just because I had a hoarse voice. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with these first impressions. Now, I have put my skincare on, so I'm good to go on that. I am going to use my By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Primer on the perimeters of my face, and then I'm going to show you a product from e.l.f. that I've already started using. So that's really not a first impressions, but I did want to show it to you guys because I think you guys should check it out because it is really good. So let me go ahead and do this first. Put it all over the perimeters of my face. Guys, I don't know what's going on with my forehead. It is red today for some odd reason. So for the center of my face, I'm using the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. Guys, I have been loving this primer. I actually love it better than the original primer that they came out with. The other one is called the Universal Primer, but this one's more of like a mattifying primer, and it has worked very well for me. It covers up my pores and it keeps this area very matte, so I really like it. So I just put it on the center of my face. I kind of bring it down on my lip and my chin, but I mainly focus it right here where I have a problem with pores and where I have like oiliness usually. Okay, that's all blended in. I don't know if I showed this to you guys, but this is the packaging that it comes in, and then it is a white type primer, but it actually disappears once you put it on the skin. There's no white cast or anything with it. I do want to tell you that I did put on this Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I did use that for my under eyes. I normally use that or the Smashbox. Lately I've been just using the Becca, so I just wanted to let you guys know that because we're going to go in with a new concealer here in a minute. Okay, so before we get into eyeshadow, I am going to do my eyebrows first. I'm going in with this Morphe brow cream, and this is in the shade Chocolate Mousse. Comes in a box like this. I actually purchased this with my friend Jules. She told me that the pencil, the Morphe pencil, the really thin one, is really good, but they didn't have the chocolate mousse when we went to Ulta that day. So what I did was I ended up getting the brow cream just because I wanted to see how the brow cream worked on my eyebrows. Now, I haven't used brow cream in like forever, but today I'm gonna attempt to go in and try to put this on my eyebrows. So I am using the Anastasia 12 brush. It comes with a spoolie and just like a little eyebrow brush on the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush my eyebrows out. I do have a mirror here, so I'm gonna be looking in the mirror because, like I said, haven't used brow cream in a while, and I wanna go ahead and try that today. So I'm just gonna brush them out. I am still trying to grow my eyebrows out, so I have like little hairs just peeking out everywhere. It's just part of the process. So I'm going to dip my brush in there. And this doesn't seem as creamy as I thought it was, which I kind of am happy about because when it's really creamy, it comes off really harsh. So I just dip my brush in there a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try to put this on here. I'll start in the middle. It looks a little intense. I started in the middle, so whatever I have left over, I'm just trying to bring it to the front. So it's just a little bit more faded out on the brush. And it looks like a little bit more faded out on the front of my brow. And then I'm going to take the brush and just kind of brush it out. That doesn't look too bad, especially for someone who doesn't usually do this. I'm going to fill in the bottom. I did put a little bit more on the brush, just a tad bit more, and I'm just going in to kind of even it out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the other brow, but I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm just going to do it really quickly, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, brows are done, and this was really easy to work with. It wasn't that bad. It does look a little bit darker and more intense than what I usually have, but it doesn't look bad. It looks really nice on the eyebrows. I'm not sure if this is like water resistant or waterproof, but I will look that up and then I'll list it right here to let you guys know. But yeah, it worked pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the P. Louise Base Pro in Rumour 2, and then I'll come back and we will go into eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow today, I'm gonna go in with this Nars Afterglow palette. Look how gorgeous this packaging is, so pretty. And then here are the shades that are in this palette. Super beautiful, warm tone shades. And then you've got this pop of pink right here, just really pretty. And with that palette, I'm gonna go in with the Goss, the Anniversary Set Volume 2 brushes. My oldest daughter bought me these brushes for my birthday this year, and I have not had a chance to use them. It actually comes with these 8 brushes here. This one is more of a foundation brush. I think this could be used for highlighter or even setting the under eye. And then of course you've got these eye brushes here. So we're gonna use these today. I've never used Goss brushes, so this is gonna be new to me as well. I'm sure that they're gonna work beautifully. A lot of people love his brushes. They say when they use those brushes that the shadow just goes on so seamlessly. So I'm really excited about using those today. I am gonna go in with the Goss 04 brush. I didn't set the P. Louise primer. Normally I do set it with the powder, but today I'm not gonna set it. I'm just gonna see how these shadows will just go on by themselves. So I am taking the Goss 04 brush and I'm going into this peach shade right here. I will list the names right here as we go throughout the video, but I am going into this peach. I'm gonna use that in my crease. Super pigmented. I like the way this brush is distributing the product. That's a really pretty shade. Looks peach to me. It may come off like a little bit orange on camera, but it's more of a kind of like a dark peach. I'm going to use that same brush. I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I'm going to take that a little bit more detailed in the crease. Ooh, that's pretty too. It's a nice caramel shade. Now I'm going to take the Goss number 6 brush and I'm going into this dark brown right here. And I'm going to put that on the outer corner. And just blend it into the crease. Now I'm going to go into this pink shade right here, and I'm using a Goss number 7. Just going to pat that on the eyelid. I love that shade. It's so pretty. It's like a really pretty soft pink. Now I'm going to go in with the Goss number 5 brush, and I'm going into this shade here. And I'm going to put that actually in my inner corner. Kind of highlight that area. Then I'm going to go back into the Goss number 4 brush. I'm going back into that peach shade there, and I'm actually just going to add just a little bit to the brush and then kind of just blend those edges out. Now I'm going to take the Goss number 7 and I'm using the clean side, and I'm going into this shade right here. I'm going to put that right underneath my brow. So we'll come back into that palette to do the lower lash line. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this new product that I purchased, and it's by Nars. And it's actually the Tinted Glow Booster. Now I have 2 shades here. I have Mousse and Tangsi. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but Mousse is actually the medium shade. Tangsi is actually the darker shade. It's for like medium to dark skin tones. There are also 2 other shades. One is very light. I can't think of the name of those 2, but one is very light, and the last one's more like a dark bronze shade for darker skin tones. So they only come in 4 shades, and they're limited edition. If you guys want to try this, I would suggest to go out and get a sample And then if you like it, go ahead and buy it because they are limited edition. Now, I have tried these before. There are actually a few ways that you can use this. If you're one of those people that have beautiful, flawless skin, you can actually use this product by itself. Another way of using it is actually putting it on your face before you put on foundation. So it would be kind of like your primer. It does say that it will make your makeup last pretty much all day long. It doesn't claim that it's a primer, but it does say that it will make your makeup last. So that's another way you can wear it, as a primer. Now, another way you can also wear it is in your foundation. So you put like a pump of your foundation and then you pump a dollop of this into your foundation, mix it up, and then put it all over your face. The last way that I know you could wear it is actually on top of your foundation. I don't really feel like I could wear this on its own since I do have like hyperpigmentation and other things going on with my skin. So I rather wear it like either on top of my foundation, in my foundation, or as a primer. Now, I have not tested it as a primer. I should try and test that for you guys. I might do that tomorrow, and then I'll put in the description box whether it made my makeup last all day. But I am going to use it today in my foundation, and I'm also going to use it on the top so you guys can see both ways. Like I said, I have two shades. Initially, when I went to Sephora, they did not have Tangsi. They were all sold out, so I ended up getting the medium, which does look really nice on my skin. It looks pretty, but I really wanted the more bronzy tone shade. So I was waiting to get Tangsi, and I found it at another Sephora, and I ended up purchasing it. So more than likely I'm going to take the medium back unless I give it to one of my daughters. They may want it. But today I am using the Tangsi because that's the one that I really, really wanted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a foundation that I've used before that I absolutely love, and it's the YSL All Hours foundation. This is in the shade BD60. Now, this is not a very glowy foundation, so I'm glad that I'm going to be using this because it'll give this a little bit more glow. I love the look and the finish of this. It's more of a natural, but with this, it should give me some type of glow. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to go ahead and pump one full pump on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to shake the Tangsi up, and then I'm going to pump one full pump on top of that, and I'm going to mix that together. I'm just going to dab that all over. And I'm using one of my Beachy sponges. It's already wet. I'm dabbing my sponge on my hand and getting the rest of that product. Okay, as you can see, there is a glow to my skin. You guys see that? On my forehead, on my cheeks. Really, really beautiful. Now I'm gonna put a little bit more because you guys know I like full coverage. I'm going in with a half a pump of the YSL and a half a pump of the Nars. Can you guys see that glow? Oh my gosh, I really love this, guys. I love this. It is such a great product, and I hate to say it, but I actually love it better than the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is actually kicking its butt. It's really, really good. So I am gonna put some on top so you can see, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Tarte Shape Tape and cover those areas where I need more coverage. It's not all over, it's just in certain areas. So now I'm going to go in with this Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer. This is the packaging here. Beautiful frosted glass case with a wand. And the wand looks like this. It is a thin wand, but if you can see on each side, there are like indentations where it picks up product when you put it back into the tube. I'm gonna go ahead and place this on my under eyes. This is said to be blurring and has an airbrush finish. And also if you buy the shade of your skin tone or your foundation, it is said to cover up hyperpigmentation. Now I didn't know that information until I read it. So if this works really good and has great full coverage, which it's supposed to, then I might go back and get a shade that's darker and see if it works just as good for my hyperpigmentation as the Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that all in. And it is coming off very full coverage. It looks very soft under the eyes. Really pretty. Wow, that is really nice under the eyes. I really like it so far. Yep, blended in really nicely. Looks full coverage like it says it is. Looks airbrushed under there. Looks very smooth and seamless. So I'm going to go ahead and set it. And I'm going to set it with the powder that I've been loving for my under eyes. And it's the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder in Rosy Light. Okay, that's set nicely. So now what I'm going to do is set my face with the Chantecaille face powder. This is a face powder that I actually picked up at Nordstrom. I have heard good things about this powder, so I wanted to try it. And it's actually just a face powder to set your makeup. So it comes in this really beautiful little silk pouch. So cute. And then this is the packaging here. Really beautiful packaging. Has like these gold specks on the front. And then here is the powder here. So we're gonna go ahead and use this powder to actually set my face. And I'm using the Master Face by Sonia G. I'm just putting my brush in there. It actually looks really light in the pan, but it's not coming off light at all. Looking at it, it has like a slight glow to it. I don't know if you guys can tell. After I put it on, I can tell that there's a little bit more glow to my skin than there was before. So it does have a slight glow to it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the Nars Booster Glow on my cheek area. I'm just gonna pump a little bit on the back of my hand, just a tad bit. And then I'm gonna take my sponge and kind of dab just the pointy part of it. And then dab it on my cheeks for that extra glow. Not that I need more glow, because that Chantecaille powder gave me a lot of glow. But I wanted you guys to see how this goes on. It just leaves a really pretty glow on the cheeks. That's how it looks when you actually put it on top of your foundation. It's just really, really pretty. So now we're gonna go back to my lower lash line. And the shade that I'm going to go in with first is the pink shade. I'm going to place that right here on the lower lash line, but I'm going to blend it out, kind of diffuse it. Then I'm going to go in with this pink shade here and put that on top. Same brush, and it's the Goss number 5. I'm going to blend those two together really well. Now I'm going to go into blush. I bought 2 shades from Nars. One of them is called Aroused and the other one is called Behave. I don't have either one of these shades, and they're both really, really gorgeous shades. So we're going to go in with Behave first. It's a lighter shade. So here is Behave. So I want to use this one first just to see if it works on my skin tone. And then I want to show you the shade Aroused because I think it's so pretty. This is Aroused. It's just a really pretty like wine shade, just gorgeous. Okay, so let's go in with Behave first. I'm gonna use the Sonia G Classic Cheek brush. Okay guys, I got ahead of myself. Before we go into the blush, I'm gonna go into my bronzer by Jouer. I'm gonna do this really quickly, and I'm not going to contour. I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze my cheeks. I'm using that first shade right there. I'm bringing it down too. And of course on my forehead. Okay, so now let's go into blush. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ooh, love that. It's very pigmented. By looking at this shade, guys, you see how nude it is. It's very light, but it came off so gorgeous on the cheeks. Really, really love that shade. I am going to be using this very soon in another video because the Behave just looks so beautiful on its own. I'm just going to leave it that way. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the Aroused because I think you guys just need to see how gorgeous this is. Look how beautiful that shade is. And that's it right there. Very, very pigmented. And I'm not going to go in with highlighter today because I really love the way this looks. It's like really kind of like a matte look with the glow on my face. So I'm going to go into lips now. I'm going to use a Patrick Ta lip liner in She's Strong. This is not a new product to me. You guys know I love Patrick Ta's lip products. I've been using those for a while. Then I'm going to go into the Patrick Ta lip cream in She's Secure. And then on top of that, I'm going to go in with Sweet Mouth by Fenty Beauty. But this is it right here. It's just a little mini gloss. It came in a package of a gloss and a highlighter. Okay guys, I'm going to take these pins out of my hair and then I'll be right back and we'll go over my first impressions. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get into my first impressions. I do want to tell you that I did put the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on my top lashes only, just to kind of darken up the lashes a little bit because I have to get my lashes done in a couple of days, so I'm just trying to make them look a little bit fuller. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into my first impressions of these products. I will go over the products that I've already used before and that I've already kind of tested. I will go into those because I do want to tell you a little bit about them. The first one is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I have used this primer a few times already. I love it. I love the way it mattifies the center of my face. It keeps that area from getting oily. And I can't wait to try this when it's hotter outside. I'd like to see how it performs when, you know, it's not as cold as it is now. So anyway, this is a great primer. I think it's a great primer for the price. I think it's only $8 and I got this one at Target. So yeah guys, this is something that I've been using here lately and it's really worked for me. The next thing I want to go over that I've already used before but I wanted to show you guys because I think it's an outstanding product is the Nars Booster Glow. So I'm going to read to you real quick what it says on the packaging. It says, Tinted Glow Booster, glow your own way with a customizable complexion enhancer that adds an alluring natural glow and a soft focus perfected look to the skin while extending the wear of makeup. That's where I told you that it could be used as a primer, and I will be testing this for you guys to let you know if used as a primer whether it made my makeup last all day. It also says that it's formulated with Nars's customized light catching pearls for a warm golden glow containing jojoba Hydra Glow Complex for lasting hydration with a dewy finish. So of course you guys saw when I mixed it with my foundation, it did give that nice beautiful glow to the skin. So it really enhances your makeup, makes it look like you have that glow from within look, and I have been loving it. I've loved it every single way that I've used it. I don't think that any way is wrong. I think it's just personal preference on whether you want to put it on your skin first or whether you want to mix it in with your foundation or put it on your skin after you've placed your foundation. I think either way you use it, you will be pleased with it. So I love this product and I wanted to share with you guys what my experience was with this product. Okay, so for the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, this concealer went on beautifully. It went on seamlessly. It definitely looked airbrushed under my eyes. And by looking at it now, my By Terry powder set it nicely, looks good, doesn't look creased. It just looks really, really smooth. And so I'm really impressed with the concealer. I think it did a great job of covering up those dark circles and just staying in place. So far with my first impressions, I really, really do like this. So for the Wayne Goss brushes that I used, these are some really good brushes, y'all. I think they applied my shadow on so smoothly and they just make it a lot easier to apply shadow. So I really love these. I'm so thankful that I got these for my birthday from my daughter. I did not use these here, but I will be using them in the future. And I'll let you guys know how those worked. So far for the ones that I used, They are phenomenal, so good. So for the Behave Nars blush that I use, guys, I'm loving this blush. It just looks so pretty on the skin. I think it came off beautifully, highly pigmented, easily blendable, just kind of infused into the skin and just looks so gorgeous. So I'm really pleased with the Behave blush, but I cannot wait to use the Aroused. I think this one is just gonna look so gorgeous with some like light makeup, a dark lip, and then this on your cheeks. So I will be using this pretty soon. I'll let you guys know if I loved it as much as I loved the Behave. But yeah, really good stuff. So for the Chantecaille, I hope I'm saying that right. For the Chantecaille powder, this powder is gorgeous. It really is pretty on the skin, but I would not use this if you have like textured skin or if you have issues with pores. I don't think I would use it. I think it has a beautiful glow to it, but I think it's a type of powder that you would actually use after you set your makeup with a regular type powder and then use this like on the perimeters of your skin or to actually buff into the skin after you've done all your makeup. I don't think this is a powder that I would use to actually set my makeup like I did today because I'm looking at it and it is very glowy. Now I don't mind glow, but I don't want a lot of glow here, and it did kind of make my pores a little more accentuated than they looked before when I just put on the foundation. When I put on the foundation over that matte putty primer, I didn't see any issues with my pores, but as soon as I laid this powder on top of it, I can see some like areas where it's a little bit more accentuated. So I would say that I do love this powder, but I need to try it when I am done with all my makeup, when I've set everything and then kind of used it like just as a glow around the perimeters of my face. This is something that's pretty expensive, so I would be mindful if you want to try this because like I said, it's not, to me, it's not a great setting powder to just use all over the face, especially if you have like oily issues like I do, or you have issues with pores like I do, or like textured skin. I just don't think this would be a good product for you. For the Morphe Brow Cream, I think that I can work with this. I think it looks really pretty. I think my eyebrows look a little bit dark, but I think that if I went down a shade that they would look too like warm. It would be more of like a warm brown. So for first impressions, I think it's a great brow cream. It was easy to use, especially using this brush by Anastasia. It just made it so easy. I think it turned out pretty good. So far, I'm pleased with that product. So the last product I want to mention in this first impressions is the Afterglow by Nars. This is a really beautiful palette. I think it's a gorgeous palette. I think if you are looking for something that is easily blendable, easy to put on the eyes, this is a good palette. It's also a palette that you can wear on a daily. It doesn't have a lot of strong colors in there, but the colors that are in there are very pigmented. But even so, you could use this on a daily, and then of course, if you want to amp it up, there are some glitter shades here for like nighttime. So anyway, I think it's a gorgeous palette. It is beautiful and the shades worked well. So anyway, that's it for my first impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we'll talk to you soon.